Okay, now we're going to erase a background from an image. Most of the time you're just going to be doing this on logos, or if you have a little seal like this and you want to get rid of all this white behind the seal or behind this logo so that you can place that logo on a different image or on a colored background and not have this white square behind it, this is what you're going to do. You're going to use the eraser tool to just click that background and get rid of that white. So you're going to take your image, drag it, and drop it into Photoshop. You're going to click the magic eraser tool here. If you hold this button, it'll show you have your regular eraser, which is just to erase just what you've clicked. Background eraser, I don't use a lot. Magic eraser is what you want to use for this. So if it's just on this and you see this big thing, don't worry, just click and hold that little triangle at the bottom right corner of that tool and go to magic eraser. Now, something you want to watch out for before you do this is this opacity. You can see the opacity of my eraser is 75%. So when I erase all this, it's only really going to erase 75% of that. So when you're erasing, just make sure it's at 100% so it gets rid of all of that color. All right, so I want to get rid of anything that's white. So when I place this Lake Appliance Repair on the website header or whatever, you only see those letters. You don't see any white square behind it. So I've got my magic eraser. I'm just going to click on the white, and it erases all the white that is touching, all the white pixels that are touching. These gray and white pixels that show up now means that that's transparent. You're not going to see anything. There's nothing there. So this is going to show up. I don't want to save it just as it is now, because now if I place it on the header, it's going to look all nice around it, but then you're going to see these white spots within the letters. So I'm going to click that. It erases that nice and clean. And now I'm going to zoom in so I can easily see these spots in my letters. I clicked Z on the keyboard to go to magnifying glass. There is a video about the magnifying glass too. To get back to my eraser, I can either click on it here in the tools, or I can just press E on the keyboard. That's the shortcut for eraser, and it saves whatever your last eraser tool was. So say it went to this, say I want to get back to the magic eraser, just hold it down, click that. All right, now I'm just going to click in each of these with the magic eraser to get rid of that. Now I can either scroll to get to the rest of the picture while I'm zoomed in. I can click over here like this. The fastest thing to do though is to hold down the space bar on your keyboard, hold it down, you'll see the hand, and then you can just drag it wherever you want to go. If I want to go up, I can go up over to the rest of these letters. I'm just dragging over while I'm holding the space bar, and then I let it go and it pops back to the magic eraser. So I'm going to finish doing that with all these letters, holding the space bar, letting go, and clicking with my magic eraser. It's that simple. All right, so I know I've got some stuff up here in these leaves. Instead of doing this till I find the leaves while I'm zoomed in, I'm going to hit Z for the magnifying glass, and I'm going to zoom out by holding Alt on the keyboard. You can see it's now a minus sign, and clicking with the mouse, left click. All right, now I've let go of the Alt key, it goes back to a plus. Now I'm going to zoom back in on this leaf so I can get all these little white spots. I'm going to hit E or click on the magic eraser tool again and continue to get rid of all the white spots. You can see this would be kind of hard if I was zoomed way out. I might be accidentally erasing the green instead of the white, so zooming in really helps you to really just erase what you want. Okay, now I'm going to zoom back out by doing magnifying glass and the Alt key. Zoom back out. All right, and that almost looks like I didn't get it, but you can see I actually did. It's just one of the little white squares. So it looks like we got everything. So I'm going to save this as a PNG. A PNG saves it as transparent background, which is most of the time what you'll save it as anyway. Control Shift and S on the keyboard. Make sure this PNG is selected and save. All right, now let's check out and see what that did. So here's our logo, no background. You can see on the desktop that it even kind of shows you, hey, this is a PNG with no background. You can see it kind of does that transparent stuff around the letters and the little shadow. So let's say we want to see how it's going to look on a different image or whatever. Let's just drag this image we have here into Photoshop. We're going to take our logo, no background, drag it in, and you can see all we see is the letters. We don't see any white square behind it.